Hello, TCI and Jonathan's Refuge, all of our faithful followers and friends from around the globe. I'd like to welcome you to our service, our weekly meetings. I'm out on a vacation and I wanted to get a last message in before I left so that this week's church service, you guys could see something that I've been staring at every day. So as you look behind me, you see this beautiful oak tree. And I've took a bunch of pictures of this tree because it just spoke to me. It speaks to me every time I see it. You've got this half of the oak tree. It looks like it's dying on this half. You can see branches that look dead, right? No leaves. But then as you follow up that same dead branch where there's branches that are dead, you see leaves. So that branch that looks dead is alive. And then you see other branches that are dead. But then you look on the other side and you see fully alive and a vibrant tree. I kind of, when I first saw it, said, man, the tree's kind of like me, half dead, half alive, trying to figure out, am I going to live? Am I going to die? And that's what we all are every day of our lives, right? You're always wondering, are we going to make it? Are we not going to make it? And this tree, it keeps fighting. It just keeps fighting day in and day out. So today, I want to talk about speaking life. You see the tree, you can speak life and say it's going to be dead. It's going to die. You look at the tree over here, if I get my finger to show you there, you look at that oak tree and you say to yourself, wow, that thing is just massive and beautiful. And I look at this one and I see the same thing in this one as I see in this one. Now, the title of the message, as you saw there, was about speaking life. And if you look at the tree, you can speak life or death. The tree's dying, it's just dead. Sometimes I feel like we look at ourselves in life and we say to ourselves, God, I'm not worthy, I'm dead. I don't have, there's nothing in me. I don't have anything in me. Your words are the start of your tomorrow. Let me put on some readers real quick and read a couple things to you out of the scripture. So, as the bishop of this church, one of the things that I focus on is making sure we start with what's the first thing in our foundation. And that's always the thought. We have to speak the thought. We think it first. So, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And that's what Proverbs teaches us. King Solomon said that. It's tattooed on my wrist. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. What do you think you are? What is it that you're saying you think you are? I want you to answer that question. Because when you think about it, and then all of a sudden you start talking about it, well, my life sucks. Yeah, it does. It sucks because you keep saying it sucks. Your life sucks because of you. No, it doesn't. Well, I mean, I made a mistake, but no one forgives. Yeah, people don't forgive. That's life. Move on. What are you crying about? I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question. Folks, your life sucks because of you. Everything out there can come at you. You can still be poor and broke and pain and all that crap the rest of your life, and nothing gets better. But your life can be magnificent if you choose to make it so. And you do that by first thinking. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. But then after you think it, you got to speak it. Then after you speak it, you got to do it. Aha, that's the step that people forget. Thinking, speaking, doing. We have to take action. But I want us to remember some things about our words. And let me get this one pulled up real quick. So the first one, it's hard to see with the sun blazing, is out of Proverbs. So first in Proverbs 18:21, one of the things the Bible does is it talks about how the words we speak contain life or death. What you say makes a difference in that, okay? You need to understand me. So when you say words like, we're going to get divorced, we're going to get divorced, we're going to get divorced, you're going to get divorced. Just FYI. I'm never going to lose the weight. I'm never going to lose the weight. I'm never going to lose the weight. You're never going to lose the weight then. You might as well throw in the towel right now because your words are already doing it. Well, we'll see what happens. Maybe God will do something. God doesn't do anything like that, folks. You got to get off your ass and do it yourself. God gives you the power and the strength to do anything if you set your mind and heart to it. Proverbs 13:3, be careful what you say and protect your life. So you're telling me my words can protect my life? How many people have mouthed off and been shot, killed, stabbed? The mouth can lead to a lot of evil or it can lead to a lot of beautiful. And then, of course, I like Deuteronomy's, when it talks about being strong. This is where I want to end with the scripture reading on this one because it gives you a solution when you're struggling. And in Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 6, it says, and you kind of turn it into a prayer. Lord, you are with me in the situation. So I get to be strong, not timid, courageous, not shaking. You are my help, and I will have everything I need because of you. Now, unfortunately, I can tell you a whole bunch of people in the church world who actually think when it says, Lord, you will be with me and you will give me everything I need, that as an example, I'm trying to pay a mortgage, let's say, and you want to pay this bill. And you're like, Lord, I need more. I need help, Lord. And you read that scripture, you actually think God's going to show up and just hand you a big bucket of money. It's not how it works. Come outside and walk in the grass. Go take a walk at the park in the city. Go walk down a street in the ghetto. Go wherever it is you're at. Doesn't matter where. Listen to God, the creator. He, she, the divine will inspire, and you will come up with an idea. Now, that idea might be, hey, I want to go and start a career in this part of the country, or I want to head off and buy real estate over there, or I want to start this business with somebody who can help me. I want to get married. I want to, whatever that is, whatever the inspiration that you find at that moment, that right there, that's the inspiration from God. That's what God does. Now, the gift that he's giving you, it's inside of you already. It's been there from the beginning. And it's always there, but you got to tap into it. You got to get off your lazy butt and say, oh, I'm going to plunge through this and I'm going to get what's mine. And that's that gift that God gives every one of us. And so as I sit there and I think of that, I find myself so enamored sometimes how we as people speak such vileness over ourselves. I do it myself. Listen, I have a speech impediment, folks. So what did I choose to do? Become a speaker. You know, as an archbishop, you speak a lot. As a businessman, I speak a ton. As the leading expert in the world on prison reentry programs, my mouth never gets to stop, it seems. So I come home and everyone hears Mr. Positive, right? They hear and see Mr. Positive. But when I come home sometimes at the end of my day and I'm bleeding and I'm puking and I'm dying, as I am, like you are, just seems to be I'm speeding up, it seems, but we keep fighting. There's moments where I just want to throw the towel in and say, I'm done. I'm good. You know, big guy, I'm ready to come up and see all the family and ancestors. We're good. Send me to the energy field that is. I am ready. That's not positive thinking. That's not positive speaking. That is as negative as I can get. And then the people around me hear those words. And when they hear the words that I'm speaking, they then start thinking stinking thinking, which is negativity. You know, they're going to go do a test. Oh, I'm going to fail my test. I won't pass this test. There's no way I can pass the test. Nope, there is no way. You can't pass the test if all you can do is say, I'm not going to pass the test. I'm never going to be able to buy a home. You never will. Absolutely. I can tell you right now, if you can say you can't do it, I will bet everything that you never will. Because as long as you say the words can't, you're never going to do it. Well, God might help me. No, God actually won't. He already did. The power is inside of all of us. And that's why you say some people like that guy's not even go to church. And look at him. He's so blessed. He's one of the wealthiest men in our town. Yeah, because he figured out how to tap into the divine that's in him, that's in you. But you're still thinking negative, stinking thinking. Sorry about that. I had to be there. So you keep that in mind when it comes to your negative thoughts. Capture your thought and then turn it and say, hey, you know, the good Lord actually gave me the power to speak life, not death. I can choose death, but he gave me the power to choose between speaking life or death. You have a gift. That's the gift. What are you going to do with it? As I walk around this farm, I see horses and I see cattle and I see rolling hills and trees that are half alive and half dead. And I think to myself, what beautiful life. I mean, as I look back and there's Max and Joey and there's Jack and Joey had a foot, something wrong with the foot, and they had to put some medicine and a little booty and stuff, and then get it off today. And if you were to sit there and just tell these around the creatures with your attitude of a negative, talking smack and oh my God, life sucks, the animals will start to pick up your vibe. My dogs sense our anxiety. Have you ever seen it when a husband and a wife fight or a sister and a brother fight? The animals in the house get all wound up. They can feel your vibrations, and that is just permeating everywhere in your life. You say, yeah, well, it doesn't do it at work. It does. You go to work and all your shit from home comes to work with you. You never even said a word. Your vibrations that you're putting off are nothing but negative. So you have to be around people that'll help you. And I'm Mr. Positive. But when I get to my intimate place, my place where two or three people, there's less than my hand of people that are in my life that I can spill out and go, I puke out all over the table. And then they look at me and say, okay, was that you good? Yeah, I'm good. All right, let's pick this pity party and throw it out the door. And let's start thinking about the positive future. And then I start thinking about it, and then I start speaking it, and then I take steps to do it, and then I keep moving in a positive direction forward in life. Speak life, not death. I love you guys so much. For all the men and our supporters back home in Washington, I can't wait to see you guys this week. Look forward to it. Getting ready to travel right now. Got a couple places to stop off before we head home. But I am so excited in a few weeks to share with you all the details of why we're out in the Midwest and all that's being done for our firm and everything that we're doing. It's very exciting what God is doing, the blessings that are coming because of positive thinking, positive words in life coming out of our mouths, action steps daily to hit the goals that have been set, weekly reminders to be able to measure ourselves so that we can manage it. And in doing that, that's why we succeed. Property after new property, new acquisitions of businesses after acquisitions of businesses, new men's homes of hope over and over. That's how. It's a simple thing. Speak life, not death. Look at something and say, it looks half alive, like JB, our bishop, but it also looks more alive. And it's got more life in it than I see death. So I'll speak life, not death. I love you all so much. Can't wait to see everybody. I think we're going to be doing something from the ocean next week, not coming from the back of the transportation van. All right. Love everybody. See if I can turn this off. Well, it's actually going to be funny because I don't think I can see how to shut it off. That's hilarious.